Have you ever been betrayed by someone you trusted, abandoned by someone you loved, humiliated by a colleague, or stabbed in the back by a friend? If you have, you are not alone. Sooner or later, almost everyone walks through this kind of pain. At first, it feels like molten metal has been poured into your chest. Your mind burns with anger. You imagine what you should have said, how you should have fought back, how one day they will finally understand the pain they caused. But morning comes. The person who hurt you sleeps peacefully. They laugh, they eat, they move on with their lives. Yet the one lying awake at night reliving the same memories is still you. This is the strange thing about resentment. It promises justice, but quietly becomes another form of suffering. The one being punished is the one holding the whip. Why does this happen? Why does the pain remain long after the person has gone? Welcome to Lotus and Law. Every story plants a seed. Every seed shapes your future. Today, I would like to share a story about a man who could repair every broken bowl, except the one that mattered most. In a quiet mountain town in Japan, there lived a young craftsman named Haru. He was known throughout the region for repairing broken pottery using the ancient art of Kintsugi. People traveled for days carrying shattered tea bowls, family heirlooms, and precious gifts they believed were beyond saving. Haru welcomed every one of them. With steady hands, he joined each broken piece together, then filled every crack with lacquer mixed with gold. When he finished, the bowl did not look new. It looked more beautiful than before. People often said, if Haru cannot repair it, no one can. But hidden on the highest shelf of his workshop rested one old tea bowl. It was covered in dust. A single crack stretched across its surface. For 20 years, no one had seen Haru touch it. One rainy afternoon, a little girl placed a broken rice bowl on his table. "Can you fix it?" she asked. Haru smiled. "Of course. Some broken things become even more beautiful." The little girl watched him work, then pointed toward the dusty bowl. "What about that one? Can you fix it too?" Haru's smile disappeared. For a long moment, he said nothing. After she left, he climbed onto a stool, pulled away the cloth, and stared at the crack. His fingers stopped just before touching it. He whispered, "Not this one, never this one," because that bowl belonged to the only person he could never forgive, his father. The next morning, an old man walked quietly into the workshop. He carried a broken teapot wrapped in faded cloth. "Can you repair this?" he asked. Haru looked only once. "Yes." The old man smiled. "I knew you would say that. Everyone tells me you can repair anything." Then his eyes drifted toward the highest shelf. "Except one bowl." Haru looked up sharply. "Have we met before?" The old man shook his head. "No." "Then how do you know about that bowl?" The old man did not answer. Instead, he asked, "Why have you left it there for 20 years?" "Because some things cannot be repaired," Haru replied. The old man smiled gently. "Or perhaps some things are simply too painful to touch." Silence filled the workshop. Before leaving, the old man turned back. "Bring me the bowl tomorrow." Haru answered immediately. "No." The old man nodded. "That is exactly why you should bring it." As he reached the door, he stopped one last time. "You believe leaving that bowl untouched protects you, but it doesn't." It protects your hatred, and hatred always asks for more. The old man disappeared into the morning mist. That night, for the first time in years, Haru dreamed of his father. When he woke before sunrise, the dream was gone, but the pain remained, and for the first time, he wondered if the old man had been talking about the bowl or about him. Haru did not sleep that night. The old man's words refused to leave him. It protects your hatred. Before sunrise, he climbed the narrow trail into the cedar forest. He told himself he was only going to prove the old man wrong. The old man was waiting beside an abandoned kiln. Without a word, he handed Haru a smooth stone. "Carry this." Haru frowned. "Is this another lesson?" The old man smiled. "No, just carry it." They began walking through the forest. At first, the stone felt light. Then his arm grew tired. His shoulder began to ache. An hour later, sweat covered his face. Finally, Haru stopped. "I can't carry this anymore." The old man looked at the stone. "Did it become heavier?" "No." "Then why does it hurt?" Haru remained silent. The old man picked up the stone and placed it back on the ground. The weight never changed. Only the time you carried it did. Then he looked directly into Haru's eyes. "Hatred is the same. The person who hurt you placed the stone in your hands only once. Every day after that, you chose to keep carrying it." For a long moment, neither of them spoke. Then Haru whispered, "You don't know what my father did." The old man nodded. "No, but I know what you have been doing to yourself ever since." Those words struck deeper than Haru expected. For the first time in 20 years, he could no longer tell whether he hated his father or simply no longer knew how to live without the hatred. The next morning, Haru returned, carrying the old tea bowl. He placed it carefully on the wooden table. The old man opened a small box. Inside were lacquer, fine brushes, and a pouch of gold powder. "Repair it." Haru stared at the bowl. "I can't." The old man gently corrected him. "No, you won't. There is a difference." Haru looked at the crack. "If I repair it, it will be as if nothing ever happened." The old man quietly picked up another bowl. It too had been repaired with gold. Every crack was still visible. Nothing had been hidden. Nothing had been erased. He placed both bowls side by side. Healing does not erase the wound. It gives it a different ending. Haru lowered his eyes. For the first time, he touched the crack. A memory returned. He was only 12 years old. His father had gambled everything on one desperate business venture. When it failed, he did not face the consequences. Instead, he secretly sold the family home, left behind mountains of debt, and disappeared before sunrise. Without a single goodbye, without a single explanation, the creditors came every day, pounding on the door, demanding money the family did not have. His mother, already heartbroken, collapsed under the weight of fear and shame. She was never quite the same again. Haru left school. At 12 years old, he began working wherever anyone would hire him, carrying heavy crates, cleaning workshops, running errands. Older workers mocked him. Some cheated him out of his wages. Others took advantage of a boy who had no one left to protect him. Every difficult day, he blamed one person, his father. The tea bowl was the only thing his father had left behind. For 20 years, Haru believed That bowl carried his father's betrayal. Every time he looked at it, he remembered the home they had lost, the tears his mother tried to hide, and the childhood he never had. Until one quiet evening, a different thought appeared. What if the bowl had never been carrying his father's betrayal? What if, all these years, it had only been carrying his own pain? Slowly he picked up the first broken piece, then another. Hour after hour, the bowl slowly came back together. When the final line of gold caught the morning light, the crack had not disappeared. It had become the most beautiful part of the bowl. The old man smiled. People think Kintsugi is the art of repairing pottery. It is not. It is the art of refusing to hide where something was broken. Haru looked at the bowl for a long time, then asked quietly, "Do you think I have forgiven him?" The old man shook his head. That is not today's lesson. Today's lesson is that you have finally stopped fighting the past. 1 year later, a messenger arrived with a letter. "Your father is dying. If you wish to see him, come now." Haru folded the letter without speaking. By sunset, he stood beside his father's bed. The old man looked smaller than he remembered. His breathing was slow. His eyes never opened. There were no apologies, no explanations, no final conversation, only silence. Haru placed the repaired tea bowl beside the bed. The golden seam shimmered softly in the fading light. He looked at his father for a long time, then spoke the words he had waited 20 years to say. "I did not come because you deserve forgiveness. I came because I deserve peace. You hurt me once. I will not spend the rest of my life hurting myself for you." He bowed quietly, then turned and walked away. Outside, the evening breeze carried the scent of cedar through the mountains. For the first time in years, the road home felt light, not because the past had changed, but because he no longer carried it. Years later, people still came from across Japan asking Haru the secret of Kintsugi. He always smiled before answering. A broken bowl does not become beautiful because the crack disappears. It becomes beautiful because someone finally has the courage to touch it. And perhaps the same is true for every heart. Haru eventually realized something that surprised him. For years, he believed there were only two choices: fight back or forgive. One promised revenge. The other demanded that he pretend nothing had happened. Neither brought him peace. Modern neuroscience offers an interesting insight. When someone hurts us, the painful event may last only a few moments, but every time we replay it, the brain reacts as if it is happening all over again. The heart tightens. The body prepares for danger. Yesterday's wound becomes today's suffering. The Buddha saw the same truth more than 25 centuries ago. He pointed to a third path: not revenge, not forced forgiveness, freedom. The real prison was never the person who broke the bowl. It was the resentment Haru carried every day. The bowl had been broken only once, but inside his mind, it shattered again, and again, and again. As long as he held on to the story, "I was betrayed. I was humiliated. They owe me an apology," he remained tied to the very person he wanted to escape. This is why Buddhist practice does not ask us to approve of wrongdoing. Compassion is not permission. Wisdom is not weakness. If someone continues to harm you, you can walk away. You can protect yourself. You can set clear boundaries, but you do not have to let hatred live inside you, because hatred punishes its owner long before it reaches its target. When Haru finally stopped asking the past to become different, the ball was still broken. The betrayal had not disappeared, but something inside him was no longer broken. That was the moment he understood forgiveness. Forgiveness is not saying, "What happened was acceptable." It is saying, "I refuse to let what happened decide who I become." Sometimes the greatest victory is not defeating another person. It is becoming someone their actions can no longer control. That is the freedom the Buddha pointed toward. And perhaps that is the only repair the heart has ever truly needed. Thank you for watching. May wisdom guide your soul. May peace make you whole. Until next time.